So guys, we're at the second Pixar movie of 2022, Lightyear. This was the Pixar movie I was more excited for this year, mainly since it was a spin-off of the Toy Story movies that was going to be focusing on where the actual Buzz Lightyear from the Toy Story world came from. Even though we kinda already had that before with the Buzz Lightyear Dark Command movie and show from 2000, now they made a real full-length movie showing it. In fact, kind of a small thing about that happens in the opening of this movie is that it literally says that this is the film version of the character the toy was based off of in the Toy Story world. I was actually not 100% on board with this idea, which is weird considering that sounds cool to me. And it's based off my favorite character in the Toy Story movies, and the fact that it is just a new Pixar movie in general. And yeah, I went in hoping for the best, and in the end, I mostly just thought it was okay, which is really strange considering I thought every Toy Story movie before this were all perfect. And I guess it doesn't technically count as one of them, I guess that is fine. But yeah, this mostly just came across as just okay to me. I didn't really see anything exceptional in it, but I'll explain all that after the plot. So yes, this will have no spoilers for the first part, and then I'll go into the spoilers after a warning. So what's the story? We're introduced to the real Buzz Lightyear landing on a planet with a crew and a whole bunch of other people. But after they're stranded, he tries everything he can to get them home. And that's all I'm gonna say. I know that was super vague, but everything afterwards is pretty much a big spoiler. So I guess the number one thing I absolutely loved in this was the acting and the animation. I think Chris Evans did a great job as Buzz. I thought he handled all the references really well, saying, well, let's face it, this would have references to how Buzz acted in the Toy Story movies. Some were pretty clever and some felt like they were kind of phoned in, but in terms of the performance, I think Evans did a great job, and it really did feel like the Buzz we knew from the movies as well. And the rest do a good job too, like Taika Waititi and all the rest. Plus, do I even need to talk about the animation? Of course, it's incredible here, and the way they create a whole bunch of unique looking places for this is nice to look at. The film also has some funny moments. Not every joke landed for me. In fact, I didn't laugh much at all, but some jokes did get a chuckle out of me. Also, when the film didn't need to rely on some tie-in to the character in the Toy Story movies, I thought some parts were kind of creative, but even then, that didn't always work. And yeah, that just kind of leads into my negatives, and that's that some things, while creative, were also kind of weird, as something that's supposed to be a spin-off. That means they would have had to be careful to be consistent with everything in the Toy Story movies, and there are some things that don't make sense on that level. Not just that some characters don't look exactly the same as the film, although some of that is actually explained at the end, but also that other small things don't connect with the other things that were set up before. I'm obviously not spoiling that, but that was kinda confusing. And yeah, speaking of which, some things here were a little too weird, as ranges that might be to say some things in this are a little too weird for me. Just some things that some of the characters do and the way they act in other small moments were a bit too strange for me, in my opinion. I also don't think the film is particularly well paced. It's a weird feeling where I feel like it's going by pretty fast, but also kind of slow at the same time. I know that probably doesn't make sense, but it's just something I was thinking of while watching it. Also, the characters, while memorable, I suppose, some were kind of generic with cliche quirks and all that. And like I said, some things here don't match up with some plot points in the Toy Story movie. Also, some parts of it in the plot, like I just mentioned, were kind of confusing, mainly revolving around the character that appears in it. I'm obviously not spoiling that either. I just thought it was really weird because they do try to explain it, but it is still just kind of confusing. So I know this was a pretty short review compared to a lot of my other reviews, but I honestly don't have much to say about this. I just kind of thought this movie was just fine. I didn't see anything that exceptional in it aside from a few small elements, and I'm not entirely sure if this film is something that I would necessarily want to watch again. I was happy to watch it the first time, but I'm not sure if I'd be compelled to want to see it again. And honestly, I like Turning Red more than this in my opinion for me. But still, regardless, I do still recommend checking this out yourself if you're able, and I'm so glad I saw it in the first place. So yeah guys, those are my quick thoughts on Lightyear. Thank you all for reading it, thank you all for watching, and please comment down below to tell me what you think, and please follow me on Twitter at Daniel Maloney, and Disney fan, where I do Kingdom Hearts and Disney movies every day, and please subscribe for more content with it coming soon. I'll see you on next time. Take care. Okay, now we're gonna get into the spoiler section. If you don't want anything spoiled, don't watch the movie, then come back and watch the rest. Okay, so in terms of any small spoilers in the movie, there's not much, but the ones that are here are pretty significant to the story. The first is that I was pretty surprised by how the whole passage of time thing went when Buzz was doing those test flights to get off planet. I didn't expect the whole thing to happen. It was pretty emotional when he kept trying to do it, but his friend eventually passed away and he couldn't see her off. That actually was pretty powerful. I did also find the whole shot hat robot thing fairly funny, and it did actually have some heart to it. Although I did feel that the scene towards the end, when it looked like it broke when it fell, and it looked like he was gonna, and it looked like he was gone, but then he was immediately fixed. I thought that whole scene was kind of pointless, but I still shot himself anyway. I also did like how when Buzz met Izzy and they formed a nice connection together. Although, yeah, I did find the other two pretty pointless, and again, kind of cliched. And again, that led to some character art feeling kind of predictable and not very engaging, like the whole idea of them being rookies and needing to prove themselves and being kind of through up for a while. And I guess the main big thing to talk about is Zerd, who for some reason in this is just an older version of Buzz himself. That's what I mean by some things not matching in the other Toy Story movies, and he's revealed to be his dad in Toy Story 2. I know that was meant to be like a joking reference to Star Wars, and he's revealed and Star Wars, and that wasn't meant to be taken seriously, but it was still something that was established there, so the fact that we get this instead was just really weird. And this is also the part I said I was kind of confused about, because they tried to explain this, how this happened, but I didn't entirely get it. And then the final fight with him was pretty cool. I like how they show how much his laser and wings is part of his suit. And I did like the ending where they got the actual Dark Command suits we're more familiar with. And I like seeing that he looked like his friend from the start of the movie. And yeah, again, really, there just wasn't a whole lot to talk about with this movie. I mostly just saw this film is okay with some things that kind of bothered me a little bit, but it's still something I saw as fairly entertaining the first time I saw. So yeah, guys, really that's just again, guys, those are just kind of my quick thoughts on Lightyear. So yeah, everyone, so thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all liked this video. If you did, then please like this video. Please comment down below to tell me what you think. Please follow me on Twitter at Daniel Maloney, Hey and Disney, Fan Reddit, Kingdom Hearts and Disney. Please every day, and please subscribe for more videos like this. I'm in and I'll see you on next time. Take care.